November 1174. Damascus stood at the center of a political storm that could reshape Syria forever. Only months earlier, the city had belonged to Nur al-Din, one of the most powerful Muslim rulers of the age. But on May 15, Nur al-Din died, leaving behind a kingdom without a strong adult ruler. His heir, As-Salih Ismail, was only 11 years old. Within months, Nur al-Din's political structure began to fracture. Damascus, Aleppo, Mosul, and Egypt were now pulled into a dangerous struggle for control. And Damascus feared that the next move could come from Aleppo, or from another rival power. The leaders of Damascus needed someone powerful enough to protect the city. Far to the south, that man was already rising to power in Egypt.
His name was Saladin Yusuf ibn Ayyub, known to history as Saladin.
But marching into Syria meant entering a political crisis that had once belonged to his former master.
Syria collapsed, rival rulers and the Crusader states could exploit the chaos. Then Damascus appealed to Saladin for help.
He made his decision.
Saladin did not take a massive army. He rode north with about 700 carefully chosen horsemen. They left Egypt and began a dangerous journey toward Damascus.
The road north crossed harsh terrain where speed and secrecy mattered.
They continued through the night, keeping their destination ahead of them.
Every mile brought them closer to a city whose political future remained uncertain.
News of Saladin's arrival spread quickly through the city. The gates of Damascus became the focus of everyone's attention. Unlike a city conquered by force, Damascus received Saladin with broad public support. But one crucial place had not yet accepted him. He first rested at his father's old home in the city. The commander of the citadel initially refused to surrender. Now Saladin faced a brief standoff. A struggle for time became the weapon. The city had already accepted him. The citadel remained isolated. Saladin's brother, Ibn Ayyub, played an important role in securing the citadel. After several days, the citadel finally opened its gates. Saladin entered the fortress and secured control of Damascus. From the citadel, he could now see the city that had become the center of his Syrian campaign. He also gained access to the resources of the city. Sources describe Saladin distributing wealth from the treasury among the people, helping win further support. His arrival had transformed uncertainty into a new political reality. Saladin appointed his brother to govern Damascus. But Damascus was only the beginning. The lands of Nur al-Din competing powers. Saladin knew that controlling Damascus did not mean controlling Syria. To the east, Mosul represented another powerful branch of the Zengi family. Letters, alliances, and rival claims began moving faster than armies. The question was, could he unite Syria under his authority?
He turned his attention toward the territories beyond Damascus. Hama would become one of the next stages in his expansion.
Homs would prove more difficult, especially because of its strong citadel. And beyond them stood Aleppo, the greatest challenge still ahead.
What began as a response to political chaos would eventually lead to the rise of the Ayyubid state. But in 1174, none of that future was guaranteed.
He had entered Syria with a small force, surrounded by rivals and uncertainty. Yet Damascus gave him something priceless, a secure political base.
From there, his campaign to consolidate Syria would continue. And eventually, the struggle would become much larger than Damascus. From there, his campaign to consolidate Syria would continue. And eventually, the struggle would become much larger than Damascus.
Years later, Saladin would become famous for another city. But the road toward that moment began here. In November 1174, Saladin entered Damascus. He did not simply take a city, he took the first decisive step toward reshaping Syria.